In this video, I'll be reviewing this Epson Workforce WF-2930. In case you're hesitating buying one, I'll tell you the positive side and also the negative side of wanting one of these. So let's start with the positive. Well, first of all, it has many different features. This is part of the Workforce lineup of Epson, which means that it's mostly made towards businesses that needs to have many different features packed in one unit. So first of all, we have this control panel over here that swings up and down, which is great because if you're sitting at a desk, you can leave it this way, but if you prefer using this printer standing up, you can simply put it that way and it will be very easy to access all the buttons. This printer has a scanner on the top over here, a pretty basic document scanner, glass, and also an automatic document scanner right over here that can scan multiple pages at the same time. Unfortunately, this is not able to scan on both sides of the paper. You have to turn them manually, but it's great still to have both of these options. Now on the back over here, we can notice that it has a USB port. This is because although it does not come included with a USB cable, you're able to connect this printer using Wi-Fi or a USB cable to your computer, which is great to have both options. And it's also equipped with a fax machine. If you want to use that, you'll have to connect both cables over here. These are landline cables. To use it has a fax machine. Very rare, not many businesses need this feature, but it's there if you need it. The paper input is located on the back, and I really like the fact that it's able to take up to 150 sheets of paper. Although I'm not a big fan of rear paper input like on this printer, you see, with a tray that you have to pull and insert the paper this way. At least this one allows you to input so much paper in it that you won't have to load it often. The paper input is located on the front. You need to extend this plastic thing, and yeah, this makes the printer much larger, but when it's not in use, you can put it back so it takes less space. It's only able to hold 20 pages in this output. So although it's able to hold 150 in the back, over here, if you're going to print often documents with more than 20 pages, I recommend getting another printer, because over here you'll have to unload every time there's 20 pages so no paper gets jammed. The user interface of this printer is easy to use. The screen is quite small, but I didn't find it to be a major issue because since I connect my computer to this printer and my phone, I never use the buttons. I only use these buttons to connect this printer to the Wi-Fi network. And to do so, you simply have to navigate to Wi-Fi setup, press OK, and go through the different settings over here. I find it very easy to use. So if you're choosing this printer to print pictures, I think it's a great choice. It gives you a lot of details. If we take a look over here, that's a simple picture. Let me zoom in. And as you see, it's able to give you all the details that you need. There's no noise, no weird thing going on, and the colors, I found them to be quite accurate, maybe a bit too saturated compared to the original picture, but not really far off. So if print quality regarding pictures is important for you, this printer has it, and I think it's better than most competitors. I also printed text with some graphics, and obviously this does a pretty good job. I mean, any printer that is able to print nice pictures will be able to print a very sharp text. And over here, if we take a look, this is no exception. Everything looks great, sharp, and I really don't have any complaints regarding the print quality. Now, what are the downside of this printer? Because there is some. Well, the first one is the speed. This is a workforce printer. It's made for businesses, but unfortunately it's very slow to print. If you're gonna print black and white text like this one, okay, it will take you around 10, it will give you 10 pages per minute, which is not really fast. Other competitors will do a much faster job. If you're gonna print in color, then it drops to 5 pages per minute, which is one of the slowest in its category. So it gives you great results in terms of print quality, but speed-wise, it's one of the worst. If you're gonna print a high amount of documents, let's say you're a teacher, you have 30 students waiting for you to print a document, well, this could take a few more minutes comparing to other alternatives. So I won't choose this printer if speed is something that is important for you. And the second downside, I mean, it's not necessarily a downside of this model in particular, but you know, I need to mention it, is the high cost of the ink. The ink cartridges are located right over here. Let me show you. Okay, this is their location. If you want to make them appear, you absolutely need to go through a menu over here, maintenance, ink cartridge replacement. And now you'll be able to replace them. Many other printers, as soon as you open the lid, it presents the cartridges to you. Now, it's not a big deal. It just adds a few more seconds to the process. So it has a 1 ink cartridge for each color, black, yellow, magenta is cyan. This is good. I like that because you can replace them individually. But unfortunately, this takes the Epson T232 ink cartridges. If you check the price online, to replace one of these, like the black one over here, okay, let me show you. This cost $30, and for $30 you probably expect to get many prints, right? Well, you only get 150 pages. This means that if this cartridge costs $30 and it gives you 150 pages, it will cost you around 20 cents to print one page, which in my opinion, it's a bit high, especially if you're purchasing this printer for a business. There's much better options out there. The printer cost $100, at least at the time of making this video, I checked and it's $100. But the fact that each print will cost you 20 cents, if you're gonna print, let's say 400 pages a year, well, the cost adds up, and it's much more economical to get an Epson EcoTank, a printer that costs a bit more to buy outright, but it's able to print 5,000 pages out of the box with those ink bottles. And even when you buy ink bottles to refill the printer in the future, it will cost you around 1 to 2 cents per page printed, which again, if you keep your printer more than a year or two, will be cheaper than getting one of these. So do I recommend this printer? Well, yes and no. I recommend it for people that will print around, I would say, 20 pages per month or less. Let's say between 5 and 20 pages. The ink cartridges, although they're expensive, will last you somehow a long time, and this may not be a major issue. On the other side, it will give you great print results, and since it has those two scanners, and it's also compatible, I didn't mention it, but obviously it's compatible with iPhone, Android, PC, Mac, Linux computers. Well, I think you get a good package if you're a casual printer at home. If you're a business, on the other side, I do not recommend this unit. I'm pretty sure if you have a business, you're going to print more than 20 pages per month, and on the longer run, this printer will cost quite a lot to maintain. On top of that, the fact that it's not able to print quickly adds up to my recommendation to look somewhere else. There's many other options, including from Epson. Again, check them out. There's many printers that are able to print much quicker and that the cost per page is much lower. So this is about it. Leave a comment down below. Tell me, what do you think about this printer? Comment, like, check my Amazon links down below if you want to get this printer or other printer I recommend. And I'll see you in the next video.